This video, we're going to be going over my now second real estate venture, which is this fixer-upper that I'm standing in front of here. Just bought it last week, got the keys for yesterday. We're going to be going over the whole entire deal, all the numbers, exactly how much I paid for it, how much the estimated renovations are going to cost me, how much I can charge for it in rent, the location, the story behind it, literally everything. But first, let's start off with a little tour of the place.
What's up, you guys? Steve here from the Ram Real Estate Investing channel, and I'm so proud of my man Biaheza. At the age of 19, he just bought his second rental property.
Bop, boom, pow.
And just last week, I did a video on how to become a millionaire in your 20s. And some of the things that I mentioned was having multiple streams of income, investing in real estate, and just having the right mindset. And I wanted to share this video because this guy's only 19, and I feel like he's an example of somebody who is doing all the right things. So I want to take a look at his video. I think he said that he's investing outside of Sacramento, California, which is where I'm at. It looks like maybe to Davis, I'm just guessing, I'm not really sure. He's buying these properties below market value, which is good. He's capturing equity, and then he's holding them and renting them out. I flip out here in California, but then I hold rentals out in the Midwest because I feel like there's a little bit better cash on cash return. However, I'm so proud of him. He's doing great. This is excellent. He's on the right path. So let's take a look at his property, some of the things that he's thinking about doing with this, and let's see what he's got going on. So right now, let's take a look. And if you get a chance, I'll put a link below so that way you can check out the original video that he posted. Support his channel, like it, subscribe it. Do the same for mine, don't forget. And let's take a look at Biaheza's second rental property.
Okay, so my channel is not a full-on real estate channel, so if you're watching this video and are not at all familiar with what a rental property is, it's basically just a property you buy in order to rent it out to someone. That person pays you rent, so you make money from the property every month, as well as just grow the initial money you paid for the property, since historically home prices tend to always increase. I obviously don't want to reveal the exact location, but in order for you to have a better guess, I will preface the tour by saying that the home is located in California, in a really nice suburban area outside of Sacramento that's just under 2 hours away from San Francisco. The area is basically why I even bought the house. It's a rough home in a good area, which is kind of the ideal situation for a fixer-upper. Now, the other major factor in the price was that this was a probate sale, which I didn't know what that meant before buying this home, but it's basically when the homeowner dies without a will. So the state takes the home, sells it, and then they either use that money to pay off the debt on the home or distribute the money to family members or beneficiaries. I think the condition of the home can also have a role in this, but most home sales that are confirmed in court are cash only. This one was no exception, which means I couldn't go out and get a loan for it. I had to buy it outright, pay the full price beforehand, and when a house is set for cash only, that can also definitely affect the price. More on that later, but just wanted to put that out there so you have a fair chance of guessing the price. Now let's get into the tour. Starting from the outside here, the roof is most likely gonna have to be replaced. It's on its max layer. The trim is deteriorating. I believe it's over 20 years old, so I'm gonna have to get some more eyes on it, but it's most likely gonna have to be replaced. There's also some uncontrolled water runoff that caused this action right here. So there's a lot of things that need to be fixed on the outside, but definitely not something that can be fixable. We're gonna repaint the house, fix all of the stucco, probably add a little brick panel on the bottom. Big fan of how those brick panels look. I'll put up a picture of exactly what I mean, but that's gonna completely change the appearance of the outside of the house after repainting it. It's gonna be a completely different vibe. But for now, let's go ahead and head inside. And I gotta warn you, I don't think it's been remodeled since it was built in the 1970s, so it's pretty rough. Okay, so we are now stepping into the home, which again was built in the 1970s, got 1,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and no central cooling system, baby. I'm actually not joking about that. It really doesn't have a central cooling system. I'm not sure if it broke and the previous owner never fixed it, or if it was never installed. It should have been installed since it was built in the 1970s. It has a central heating system, but no central cooling system. They just have a bunch of little ACs in a few of the windows in the rooms. So you're greeted, as you walk in, you're greeted with some fairly low ceilings that have this popcorn design on it. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna even scrape that off because again, the roof needs to be replaced. So if I'm gonna be replacing the whole roof, I might as well raise the ceiling during that process, and the raising the roof will basically kill 3 birds with 1 stone. I'm gonna get a new roof, higher ceilings, and I won't have to spend time scraping off the popcorn of these current ceilings. But looking down from the ceiling to the floor, you got some crusty old blue carpet that has to go ASAP Rocky. We're gonna get some probably cost effective but very good looking laminate in here. It's gonna completely elevate the vibe of this place. I'm also gonna get some tiles for the entrance there, as well as probably the kitchen area. But as far as all of the walls around this place, they are in pristine condition. There are some literally people living here, so they weren't bouncing off the walls or anything like that. That's gonna make repainting the interior a lot easier since I won't have to do any patching. I can just go ahead and paint. But while we're talking about walls, I think I'm gonna change the layout of the walls in this home because it's currently a little awkward. I don't have a concrete plan in place just yet because I'm gonna have to have some experts take a look at the home, maybe some engineers, tell me which walls are load bearing or not. But I believe this one right here is not load bearing. Again, I'm gonna confirm it with some experts, but if it's not, I wanna take this wall out so it'll be a more open layout as you walk in through the front door here. But moving on, let's go ahead and head over to the kitchen and dining area through this space walkway here. This kitchen and dining area really gives away the age of this place. I mean, look at this wallpaper. It looks like it's straight from the 70s. That balloon over there is from the open house, which I believe was only like a week ago, which is kind of crazy. But this whole dining area is fairly spacious. I feel like you can get a table in here to fit 6 people. The major thing I want to get done here is remove all of this, whatever this flooring is called, and get some tile in here. I think that's gonna completely change the way this looks. But as far as this whole entire kitchen goes, I'm gonna take the whole thing out. I recently found out about an industry secret where people won't actually put in any top cabinets. Instead, they'll put in a cool looking background or backsplash, hang some rustic looking light bulbs, and it looks so nice. But not only is it gonna look really good with the backsplash and the raised ceilings and the light bulbs hanging down, it's also gonna be cost effective because I won't have to pay for top cabinets. I mean, the tenant walks in, they see this kitchen over here, the way it's gonna look like in the future, they're gonna wanna pay top dollar for the rent. Now, as far as this whole hanging thing over here, I'm not even really sure what this is. I mean, I get it, it's cabinets, but usually they'll have the stove here and the vent. They don't have that, so I'm probably gonna remove this whole entire section hanging from here. Then in this area, I'm probably gonna put in a nice looking granite counter as well as back here, and I actually might make this kitchen wrap around this way. Again, there's so many possibilities. I don't have a concrete plan in place just yet, but I do wanna make the kitchen look really nice and almost like a selling point to this whole house because you're gonna be able to see it right when you walk in through the door. But that's enough about that. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the house, all the bedrooms and whatnot. And while I'm walking over there, I'm gonna give you guys some time to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. So feel free. It's kind of dark, so I don't know if you'll be able to see anything, but here's how it looks like. Here I am for size comparison purposes. The windows, very interesting. I guess technically they are dual pane, but if you want to zoom in, the 2 panes are so far from each other, so I am gonna replace all of the windows in this home. I'm gonna move over to this side because you probably can't see me in front of the window, but I'm gonna enlarge this window here as well as the window in the room over because it looks very unproportional with these slim windows from the outside. But the brick panel I was talking about earlier and a larger window is gonna make this house look so much more proportional and a lot nicer from both inside and outside. But now let's move on to the other bedrooms. So here we got the second bedroom. This is also the one that's facing to the road to the front. This is the window that I wanted to enlarge as well. Okay, but here we have the third bedroom. Ooh, this one got some nice sunlight going on, but this is actually probably the smallest, so this would be best for an office. But over here you can see the backyard, which we're gonna get into in a second. I wanna show you guys that. But let's go to the fourth bedroom now. So this fourth bedroom is basically the master bedroom. As you can see, it locks away from the outside here, but you open that up, you walk in, you got a bathroom on the side, and then you have the fourth bedroom right here. This is gonna be the master bed bathroom. It has a walk-in shower. It's also got the toilet and the sink over here. I'm gonna replace this whole thing, make it look so much nicer. But let me show you the second bathroom. This is gonna be the bigger bathroom that I believe is gonna be shared between the other 3 rooms. So it is, again, more spacious, but I'm gonna take everything out here, make it look so much more nicer once again. That's pretty much it for the inside of the house. Last 2 things I wanna show you guys is the garage and the backyard. So let's head over to the garage now. Okay, so we have the garage over here. You can feel free to come on in. As you can now see, there's no drywall on the walls or the ceiling, so it looks very bare. I'm gonna put in some drywall, create some walls as well as the ceiling, so it's gonna look a lot better. But yeah, it's a fairly spacious garage. It can fit 2 forens, 2 whips, 2 whip skis. But that's pretty much it for the garage. The size of this backyard alone is very spacious, but what's even better is this view that you get out here. This house is kind of like on a hill and has a creek right next to it. So this is actually the worst it's gonna look like all year because it's currently winter. In the summer, in the falls, it's gonna have some green leaves, some brown leaves. It's gonna have a killer view. But as you can also probably see, I'm gonna need to fix the fences on this side as well as that side. There's actually something interesting about this fence right here, so let me show you guys that. So this right here is where the old fence was, but the property line for this lot is actually down over here, as you can see, from based on the neighbors' homes. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is putting in like a fence that you can see through over here, so when you walk out you can see just this whole view. And then I'm gonna put in a regular wooden fence down there to go ahead and guard off the property. So I'll put up what I kind of mean by that, but it's basically gonna have a transparent looking fence here so you can get this whole view when you walk out here with a cup of joe in the morning. This area is very peaceful, very quiet. There's bike trails all around this neighborhood. There's even I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's literally a walking / running trail right in your backyard over there. So as you saw from the interior of the home, I really did not buy this property because of the actual home, but rather the lot that it's on. But all of that said, let's now head back. Now, it was originally listed for $240,000, but here's the thing, everybody knew that this house was not going for $240,000. I've talked to other realtors and it turns out they often throw out a really low price like that on the market to attract people and to get more solid concrete offers. So I talked to some people about this, got some outside opinions on this deal, and my first thought was I think I should do $285K on it. But then I got the reports for it, even came back to look at it again, looked at the houses in the neighborhood as well as some nearby neighborhoods, and realized that I really did not want to pass up on this home. The median sale price for this exact neighborhood is $370,000. This home is on one of the best lots in the neighborhood because of the backyard and the view. So a fully remodeled home on this lot could cost above $400,000. I mean, a couple houses over, there's one worth $500,000, and a 3-minute drive away, you have homes worth upwards of $600,000. I checked the homes recently sold near this address. There's a special tab for that on realtor.com, and we're talking mostly 500 to 600K homes, a couple close to a milli, even one that was worth 1.5 million. So I was really in this deal for the area. A couple days passed and I heard back from my realtor at like 9 p.m. on the following Monday. It turned out there were over 40 cash offers on this home within 3 days. They were going to close on the following day, and the realtor representing the state said that they were looking at 4 of the 40 offers. Mine was one of them. I thought about it kind of psychologically, and 300K is a very nice flat even number. So out of the final 4 people, I feel like somebody would be like, okay, I'm going to boost my offer to a flat 300K, and that's the max. The same way I did. So I figure I'll throw in an extra 5 to beat that. Let's make it a $305,000 final offer. And I feel very blessed to say that they accepted it. I'm pretty thankful for the deal I ended up getting here. With all the closing fees and everything, it ended up being $306,000. But my whole goal with real estate is to take the money I earn from my e-commerce business and put it into rental properties, never sell them, and just accumulate a portfolio of them that can eventually provide a full-time passive income. So that's my goal behind this purchase. I don't plan on fixing it up and doing a quick flip with it. Now, renovations wise, the seller party estimated them at $70K. I doubt they shopped around and whatnot, so I'd be ready to pay the $70 even more, but I think we can definitely get it done under that. Now, rent wise, I saw a home a few houses down from mine listed for rent, and they were asking $2,300 a month. It wasn't renovated, not as good of a lot, so we're talking a minimum of $2,300, but after the remodel and because of the lot, I think it can potentially get up to $2,400, maybe even $2,500, which for, let's say the house comes out to $360K total. If I can get $2,500 per month of rental income on this home, that's going to be around an 8% return on the investment annually. That's a good case scenario, but even if it's closer to 7% or 6%, I'd still be pretty happy with those returns.
Again, great job, Biaheza. Very proud of you. Keep it up, my man. Can't wait to see the 3rd rental property come through. And don't forget, again, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so. Also, Webull is doing a special promotion where you get 2 free stocks and you can take advantage of the volatile stock market right now. So go ahead and use the link below. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is Steve. God bless.